There are two areas that should kind of characterize our focus: growth in learning, and then beyond that, growth in virtue.
When I think about Delone, I think of loyalty, faithfulness, and enthusiasm.
But one of the terms that you hear when you spend any time here at Delone Catholic is squire or squirehood. And this idea of a squire is very important to us. It helps to inform our identity. A squire, of course, is an understudy to a knight. And so our students, very much are squires, and they're squires with a view of becoming knights, right? So we're trying to equip our students with a sense of service to others, which is the hallmark of a knight.
This place is special because the students are invested. We don't have a large population, but we're able to be very active with our sports, with our productions, because the students embrace the opportunity to be involved and create their own community here within the building.
You feel that deep sense of community, you feel that stewardship for each other, for the world around us. You feel that sense of belonging, which I think is really important in today's world, and also instilling in them this sense of responsibility as they go out into the world and become our future leaders.
I think it's important to know that sending your students to Delone is not just a choice in education. It's a choice in education. It's a choice in your faith. It's a choice in how you want your student to be nurtured throughout their educational career. It's how you want your student to be prepared.
It's a community that welcomes all sorts of different people and really comes to know who you are.
At Delone Catholic, our motto is to be doers of the word. The rest of that scripture passage is, and not hearers only. Something we talk about a lot in the Sacred Studies department is making sure that the students are not just memorizing facts and concepts, but really taking them to heart and thinking about how they can apply these to their life as a young adult Christian, as a young adult Catholic.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
There's nothing like Delone on a Friday night.
I think that there is a sense of pride and responsibility that when you put on a Delone Catholic sweatshirt, you put on a Delone Catholic uniform, you understand that with that comes a sense of responsibility, a sense of pride.
If you are feeling that nudge, you're probably on the right track to just send them, to try Delone.
My parents told me that I could go to any school I wanted, and I chose Delone because I knew it would.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the gym here at Sonny Sheppard Gym here in the campus of Delone Catholic High School. For tonight's, you'll see a lot of activity on the court tonight. It's Future Squire Night with the cheerleaders and the people from the feeder schools, George, that are going to be here tonight. Delone takes on the Hawkettes, and Zach Carrick's the head coach out there. I'm Tony Weaver. George Nieder has the call with me, Danny Smith. And our intern, Luke Wegner, is going to be on the camera tonight.
Glad to see Luke here tonight to give us a hand, Tony.
Yeah.
With Mike Knoll traveling and being out of town.
So what we need here tonight is Delone plays the Hawks. So the Hawks are having a tough season. They're 1-12. Zach's trying, he does the best he can with only 10 girls in the total roster. That's why there's no JV game here tonight. There's only 10 girls in the roster. Delone has another game tomorrow against Westtown, almost like a AAA team out of Philadelphia. They're not a member of the PIAA. They've only lost 2 games this year, and one of them was the IGM Academy out of Florida. So Jerry expects a really tough game tomorrow, and even if he loses, it doesn't count in the PIAA record because this team's not a PIAA team.
And not unusual for Coach Eckenrode to step out and find a team like that, although this is a little different, out of league, to prepare his kids for districts and states, Tony.
Yeah, and that's exactly why nobody else would play this team, and Jerry said, well, we'll take them on. He wasn't supposed to, they weren't supposed to beat the team at the beginning of the year either. I forget, the name slips my.
Out of the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, the Philadelphia area, but they beat them. So,
yeah.
the little magician can do anything he wants to do, and he'll take that as a learning experience no matter what happens. And he'll break down that film, and they'll get better for it because of it.
Yeah, that'll be a great opportunity for those
Spring
kids.
Forward was the name of that team.
Yeah, that'll be a great opportunity for these girls to play against some really, I'm going to say, elite competition, right?
Yeah, and he's actually put his bench a little thicker tonight. He usually only has 8 in the bench. Tonight he has Lily Kane, number 11, Kaylee Brown, number 4, Samantha Belmere, number 33, Ann Bosick, number 25, and Sophia Walter, number 3. Are going to join the regulars. I don't believe Jocelyn Robinson's here tonight, so there will be 12 on the bench. And Jerry hopes to get everybody in because he knows he's going to need fresh legs for tomorrow's game at 3:30 at the old Yorkville Tech gym. They're playing at Yorkville Tech, but in the old gym tomorrow.
And Tony, when you play back-to-back games like that, that does affect your substitution pattern a little bit. You know you got another game within 24 hours, and you want to try to get as many kids on the court as you can to save the legs of those starters.
Now he knows Hanover's only 1-12, but he's not going to play any different tonight. He's going to, go out and he's going to do what he does. He's going to play pressure defense. He's going to try to score, and then as the game goes along and the game dictates, he'll put them other players in the game. Let's go to see what DCBN's going to do here. We're starting to hit the meat of the schedule as the second half of the season rolls around. Next Wednesday night, the 17th, we got Littlestown boys in here, and that's going to be a war. Delone lost to Littlestown up at Littlestown.
And a fine team that they have, Tony. Delone played them tough up at Littlestown. Littlestown's legitimate. They have a really good ball club.
And they've been playing a real tough schedule, too. They've stepped out, and they've lost 5 games, but they're tough.
Yep.
Saw them the other night against New Oxford, and they played very well. And then Tuesday the 23rd, we got York Catholic boys coming in here. Delone just lost to them by a little bit at York Catholic. And then the 27th, we got the big doubleheader, the New Oxford girls and the boys at 6 o'clock and 7:30. They got a big, that's the night of the green jersey for Kara Sloniker. That's also the night that they're going to honor all the state championship teams in between the games, in between the varsity games, and they're also going to toast Jerry for 25 years here at Delone Catholic. 25
years, and what a career, Tony. Just a terrific job he's done for so many years, and all the coaches around the state know who he is.
Yeah,
no question about it.
Everybody knows who Jerry is, and so that's what's going to happen here. And then DCBN, to end out January, we have the girls against Bermudian Springs.
Tony, a great lineup, but you just said between the boys and girls, we've got some great contests coming to this Delone Gymnasium in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then the final game Friday the 2nd, we have Hanover boys in here at 6 o'clock, which could decide if Delone and both Hanover going to the playoffs. Delone right now, the boys sit in 3rd place in 3A, where they only take 6 teams, so they have to watch what they do. But they're sitting in 3rd place right now.
It is 3A and not 2A.
3A, yes.
Yes.
And then for the girls are 4A. Well, yeah, I don't know. You might be right. It might only be 2A. I'm not sure for the boys. Now that I know I looked at, they're in 3rd place. But for the girls sit in 1st place right now in 4A. And Why Missing is also undefeated. They're sitting in 2nd place. So it looks like Delone, if they have the success they think they can have to the end of the year, should finish 1st or 2nd in district points and probably have some home basketball games. Now Delone last year the boys didn't have a home district game, but they sprung 2 upsets in the road. They beat York Catholic and then Columbia on the road. So both these teams just you got to get in before you can win. That's the way it is. So tonight's a big game for Delone boys who are in at Hanover, and like you said, we got a nice crowd here for this game. I know it's CYO night here for the girls, and a lot of that is because of that. But think of the crowd they have in there in Hanover for the Hanover Delone boys game.
Well, half of their crowd and half of our crowd's in there watching the boys play tonight.
And I guarantee you, when this game's over here, because there's only one game tonight, a lot of them people will travel into Hanover to try to catch the varsity game in there.
Right.
But that's our lineup. And then in February, we have a wrestling match, Cannondale on Thursday night. We had the wrestling match the other night. Delone beat Hanover when Bill and I did that game. And then with the Hanover boys here in the 2nd to end out our regular season. After that, there's about a week and a half break for counties, which somebody else has the rights to those games. We won't be able to televise those games. But then we start districts, and if it goes like last year, Delone we followed them right through to Hershey twice, the boys and the girls, and then we followed the girls on the road for 3 state games, I guess it was, and they lost in the quarterfinals of the states to Allentown Central Catholic. So that's what's coming up as the second half of the season starts booming here right in front of us.
Well, I'm looking forward to all those games you mentioned, Tony, but particularly that night where New Oxford comes here to Delone, the girls play and then the boys play after that. That should be a great atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's going to be a packed house. New Oxford's right now 9-5. They lost to Littlestown the other night in a war up there at Littlestown. New Oxford's at West York tonight. I think that's where our counterpart, Bill Smith, might be reffing a game up there.
I believe he is.
So we got that. And tonight we got 7 minutes before the game starts here. Zach Carrick, who over there just lifting his son up, he played football for me when I coached at Hanover, so I know him pretty well. So
he's the head coach of the girls team here at Hanover.
He's the head coach here at Hanover.
Yes.
And, he's looking – he's a realist. He's looking for him to play good basketball and have, do the fundamentals right.
Well, let's go over the starting lineup for Hanover, Tony, and I want to make a couple comments.
There's 3 freshmen starting. Iris Diaz, number 2, will start. Peyton Conover, number 3, who's a senior. Morgan Roberts, a freshman, number 22, will start. Riley Stigler, who's one of the leading scorers in the Hanover-Gettysburg area, number 23, averaging, I think, I looked on Wednesday, she's averaging like 18.1 a game. And then also Leah Whittleson will play. Number 31 will start for Hanover.
Well, as you said, Tony, 3 freshmen, a junior and a senior in his lineup. He's obviously got a great nucleus coming back next year, but he's focusing on how well can these girls develop this year and continue to improve game after game. Now with Stigler, Riley Stigler, watching a little bit of tape on her, Tony, I was quite impressed. She's a very good ball player. She'll take the ball off the backboard, dribble the length of the court, take it deep. She'll pass, she'll play good defense. She'll take the 3 from anywhere on the court, and she'll take a step back 3 also.
Yeah,
she's got quite an arsenal.
She's a scorer, and Carrick told me before the game she's very unselfish. I think he wants her to take more control of the game, but she's so unselfish. She wants to get her teammates involved too, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So we'll have to watch Riley tonight. I think she had a decent game against Delone last year, what we did here in DCBN.
Well, Delone's going to have to find her and shut her down. If Hanover has any hopes of winning this game tonight, she has to play big and have a great game. I probably think Megan Jacoby will draw the defensive assignment on her.
Yeah, you know Jerry's going to come out and play man-to-man. He's going to press – he told me he's not going to try to change anything tonight. It's really too late in the season to try to do something, even though you're playing – competition. You are who you are.
You are who you are.
You got to play.
These are the things that we do well, and this is our DNA. This is, Jim Boeheim is a 2-3 zone, right?
Yeah, and I guarantee tomorrow when they play Westtown, and Jerry says they have like 5 Division I recruits on that team, he's going to play the same way tomorrow. And like I said, they'll break down that film and say, look, when you play somebody, this is what you have to do. He's a genius at that. So for Delone, I think it's probably going to be Meckley, Hughes, Knobloch, Jacoby. No, I'm sorry. Meckley, Hughes, Jacoby, Brielle Bachman, and Caitlin Schwartz. I think that's who's probably going to start. Probably going to be 10, 12, 22, 34, and 40. That's usually starters. He hopes to play a lot of people tonight. He hopes to get a lot of girls in the game. He told me specifically put 12 on the thing, and what bodes well for the girls that were added to the roster tonight is if Delone starts going into the playoffs and stuff like that, they're probably the girls that are going to be traveling with the varsity. They may not get a lot of time on the court, but boy, isn't that an experience sitting there?
There's 2 things you're looking for from those players, and first of all, it starts at practice. You want to give your starters a good look at practice. You want them to develop and get better. You get into the playoffs, Tony, who knows what can happen. You have injuries, you have foul trouble. You look for your depth, give you some minutes off the bench, and Jerry's cognizant of that, and he's working to develop that.
Yeah, he always did come playoff time shorten his bench to 7 or 8 players. Now he only, he has 7 or 8 he can rely on, but these other girls, like you said, they get the practice, they get extra practice.
Yeah.
They get extra time with the varsity. They get to see how Jerry's like, because they moved from the assistant coach to Jerry now. So, you know.
Tony, with a little bit under 3 minutes to go, we probably should make mention that the Delone community lost an individual who was a pillar of the athletic program here, doing so many things for so many decades as a volunteer, John Lute Smith, who was laid to rest today, by the way. He passed away, I think, last weekend.
Last Saturday,
yeah, last Saturday. And we just want to make mention, we pass on our sympathy to the family and friends. You and I knew him.
I knew him well, yeah.
Yeah. We knew him as kids growing up. You know, he was always around Delone. Whatever needed to be done, he pitched in and helped. One of the original members, founding members of the Delone Athletic Association.
I mean, if you went to school any time in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and even this year at football practice, I went up to see Corey one night to interview him, and there was John sitting there at the shack like he always, you know, the equipment shed down there watching practice, and he did that when we played. He was down there watching. I mean,
for so many years,
he did the announcing here. He did the not the announcing, but the scorekeeping and
time clock, basketball, wrestling, lime the fields, for field hockey, football.
If there was an event over here, he was here.
Yeah, for decades.
So we just wanted to pass that along. Thanks, George, for bringing that up.
Yep.
So we're almost getting ready to start here. We're going to turn it over to Wayne Lawrence. And by the way, congratulations to the new Delone Hall of Fame members. I'm sure Danny will cover that at halftime of
one of our classmates, Tony.
Yeah, Steve Mathias. That's the third from our class.
Yeah. Congratulations to all of them, particularly Steve, who's a classmate of ours.
Steve, Dave Lawrence, Sue Arrigo, Ann Kerr, and Jack Miller, who's deceased, but he's the only one this year that won't be there. But I'm sure his representatives will be there. And we'll hand it over to Wayne Lawrence right now for the starting lineups. What? I can't hear him. So we'll go along with the starting lineups as Wayne announces them. Right now he's reading the YAIAA script that has to be read. Delone's going to be in their white uniforms.
Recognize any of the officials, Tony?
Not really.
No.
Hanover will be in their black with the orange trim.
Got to get these cheerleaders organized too. That's important.
All the cheerleaders from the surrounding St. Joe's, St. Francis,
St.
Teresa's. All the feeder schools are here. They're announcing the non-starters right now. Here's the starters. Aris Diaz, number 2.
Freshman, Tony.
Yeah, 3 freshmen starting. Peyton Conover, the only senior here. Morgan Roberts, number 22.
Another freshman.
Riley Stigler, one of the leading scorers in the area. And Leah Wilderson, number 31, will be the other starter. little bit of height there.
And now for your home stand, Squirettes coached by Jerry Road, assisted by Delone.
So I guess we'll get the non-starters here for the Squirettes also.
She's a 5'8" freshman forward from St. Francis, number 11, Lily King.
Lily Kane.
She's a 5'6" sophomore guard from St. Teresa, number 4, Kaylee Brown.
Kaylee Brown.
She's a 5'9" sophomore guard from St. Teresa, number 33, Samantha Belmere.
Samantha Belmere. We saw her play a little bit against Stuart Catholic.
Yes, we did.
She's a 5'7" junior guard from St. Joseph, number 25, Anna Bosick.
Anna Bosick.
She's a 5'6" junior guard from St. Joseph, number 3, Sophia Walter.
Sophia Walker's up with the varsity tonight, number 3.
She's a 5'9" junior forward from St. Teresa, number 32, Josie Schussler.
Josie Schussler, who will see some time early in this game.
And she's a 5'8" senior guard from St. Joseph, number 14, Laura Knobloch.
Laura Knobloch, number 14. She'll get in the game also early. And the starters are the ones we said, George. Reese Meckley.
She's a 6'2" senior guard from St. Teresa, number 12,
Ella Hughes from St. Teresa's, Calcutta.
junior guard from St. Teresa, number 22,
Megan Jacoby, also from St. Teresa's.
She's a 5'8" senior guard from St. Teresa, number 34, Brielle Bachman.
Brielle Bachman.
And she's a 5'10" senior forward from Lisbon United Methodist, number
And Caitlin Schwartz from Lisbon United Methodist down in Maryland. And that's the starters.
At this time, we'd like to recognize the Delone Catholic community, also valued member last Saturday, John Wood Smith, of the Delone class of 1947, died at the age of 95. John was laid to rest this morning. John lived a life of service, church, and community, and he was the last original member of the initial Delone Catholic Athletic Association. John returned back from the Korean War in 1954, where he became a volunteer here at Delone Catholic. For the next 64 years, he gave up a lot of his life to be here and volunteer for the school. Whether it was working as a time clock, scoreboard operator at football games, all the basketball games, all the wrestling matches, I'm sure you saw him, and he spent a lot of time as well lining all the fields for each classic competition. In 2021, John then was honored and placed in the Delone Catholic Hall of Honor. At this moment, we'd like to have a minute of silence, please. Thank you. At this time, we ask you to please stay standing. And gentlemen, please repeat your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, Song Tonight by Francis Strong.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bright?
And we're back here, getting ready for the tip-off. Tonight's game, like you said, there's only one game, no JV game here.
And again, Tony, pretty good crowd coming in here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was watching during the national anthem. This is probably one of the nicer crowds we had all year.
Yeah. Well, you got a veteran experienced team. Jerry had a lot of kids coming back this year, playing on their home court, and they're going against a young team starting 3 freshmen, a junior and a senior. Okay, we'll see how Hanover keeps their composure. We think Delone's going to press early. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything different. Delone, and Hanover knows that. Zach just wants them to try to play the best they can.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to build something here, and it looks like that 31's going to jump center here, and that's Wilson. It's going to take me about a quarter to get these numbers down. Ella Hughes going to jump for Delone. Taps up. Reese Meckley looking around, being guarded man-to-man by Stigler. And looks like a 2-3 zone by Hanover.
Mm-hmm.
And he almost has to go to a zone. Caitlin Schwartz. Bachman from downtown. Got it for 2.
Yep, good catch and release, Tony. Reversed the ball to the other side. Got the open shot that they wanted.
Delone is pressing. And Peyton Connor is going to try to get it up. Throws it up. It's knocked away. Picked up, given to Wilderson. She lays it up and got it.
Delone a little bit over-aggressive there, Tony. Needed to keep one person back.
Caitlin Schwartz. Meckley going to take a 3. Not there. All rebounded nicely by number 22 for Hanover, and that's Roberts. She gives it to Riley Stigler. My guess is the ball's going to be in her hands a lot. 1-4. Going to try to run a little bit of a flex offense here, it looks like. And she lifted her pivot foot.
Well, Delone was defending the passing lanes. Tony put pressure on the ball, and she picked up her foot. Traveling call. First turnover for Hanover.
Jacoby bringing it up. Looks like Hanover's going to extend that 2-3 zone a little bit. Or 2-1-2, actually, I think.
Yeah, it looked like a 2-1-2 trap and almost a steal.
Yeah, Stigler almost took it away from Reese Meckley there, but it was knocked out of bounds. I'm not sure Jerry was expecting them to extend this 1-2-1, a 2-1-2. Caitlin Schwartz, back to Jacoby. Jacoby's going to take a long 3. Got that one.
Yep.
Here comes the press again. Let's see if Delone keeps a man back. Got it to Stigler. She passes it up again to Wilderson. Wilderson can't control it. Almost steps out of bounds. Back to Diaz out front. Ball's taken away. Taken back by Diaz. Into Wilderson again. She lays it up and got it. 5-4. Jacoby brings the ball up to Bachman. Nice pass inside to Caitlin Schwartz, and she laid it home.
Yeah, good job gathering yourself there and finishing the shot.
Again, Hanover gets it to Wilderson. Stops, can't get it up, has it knocked away. Bachman.
Here come the Squires.
Gives it to Meckley, she lays it up. Not there, but right there's Caitlin Schwartz to clean it up and put it back in.
Delone needs to account for the deepest person, Tony.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Yeah, they're a little bit too aggressive.
And they're again Wilderson's.
Yeah, and if they can throw over top of that press, Hanover's got a person who's open deep.
I think Coach Carrick saw that and he called a timeout right away. That's Hanover's first timeout.
Yeah. And Hanover saw that. I think Coach Eckenrode saw that too.
Yeah.
I'd look for that to be corrected because that was 3 times in a row they were not accounting for the deepest person.
And the part that Delone, I don't know if they're lucky, but they have to keep Stigler down here because they can't send her deep because they need her to get the ball up the court.
Yeah. She's got to be handling the ball. She's a big factor.
At least 75% of the time, I would think. And I think Carrick knows that. Delone out here in the court again. They're going to press. Again, Wagaman here, or Wilderson. I don't know why I said Walgman. It's Wilderson. Perez, but Beltran in there now. Oh, they're going to give it to Delone. I thought it was off. Delone's leg there.
Yeah.
But they're going to give the ball to Delone and up that.
A tough part of the court to pull your dribble up on right against the baseline when you're double teamed.
Alanis Perez Beltran into the game now for Hanover.
Settle back into that 2-3 zone.
Bachman. LAU's drive to the hole, lays it up and got it.
Yep, saw the opening, Tony, took it right to the hole.
Steiger has it now. Beltran has it. And I think we're going to get a foul. Or did he call a foul or out of bounds?
I think he called a foul, Tony. I think Caitlin Schwartz had her hand on the body of the Hanover player. Okay, and that's what he saw.
Did he call Caitlin for that?
I believe he did, yes, her first.
Yep, her first, team's first. Conover with the ball out front. Steiger going to take a long three.
Yep.
And she'll hit him.
Yep. That's what we saw on the film.
She will hit him from anywhere, and she'll shoot him from anywhere.
Yep.
9-7, 11-7.
Quite capable of making that shot.
Ball into Hughes. Oh, you should have took that in herself.
I would like to see her go to the hole there a little bit, Tony.
Draw the people over. Steiger's going to shoot another one. That one's off.
I'd say she's got the green light every time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And she'll pop that one. No, she was going to, but Jacoby got on her. Conover with the ball. And they tie her. Ooh, she got away.
We
got a foul.
Yep.
It's either going to be Bachman or Reese Meckley. It's a second foul on Delone. I think they called it on Reese Meckley.
Well, she did the step through there, Tony. I thought she walked, but they called the foul before the walk.
Yeah. And let's see, we got two girls coming in, two girls going out. So that has to be Josie Schuschler came in, and so does Laura Noblock. Ball taken away by LAU's. Drives the baseline, lays it up and in. 4 points for Ella.
And I think you're going to see, Tony, this is an advantage for Delone. I think they're going to wear Hanover down with the substitution they're able to make.
Ball over to Wagman again. Wilderson, not Wagman. Lays it up, not there. Ball knocked around, and Meckley has it. To Jacoby. Jacoby drives, stops, pops, got it.
Nice. Well done.
15-7. Again.
They got their 2-on-1. Just have
nice defense by Schuschler that time.
Hanover has to finish that shot, Tony.
Jacoby.
Good job breaking the press that time.
Into Josie Schuschler, but she's going to be fouled by number 4. That's Hanover's first foul. And Perez's first foul.
Yeah, if we had instant replay, Tony, we could run that back. They did a good job of breaking the press. Just need to finish that with a shot.
Schuschler's first shot, and no, it's not there. She'll get one more.
22 coming in for Hanover.
It's coming back in, Morgan Roberts.
Yeah.
Shots up, got it. Josie gets the second one. Now 16-7. Conover brings it up the court. Steiger. Perez Beltran. Back to Conover on the point.
Delone jumps out and traps the ball, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, she might as well shoot. Ball's knocked around. Who's going to come up with it? Jacoby finishes up. Ball's knocked out of bounds. And we got a call off Delone here.
Well, good hustle by Peyton Conover, Tony. Pressuring that ball.
Yeah, she's a little firecracker, and she's all over the place.
She's all over the place. A little contact there, but that's good. I'm glad the officials let that go. Let the girls play a little bit.
Alanis Perez Beltran with the ball being guarded by Laura Noblock in the backcourt. Well, she's using a push-off, isn't she?
Up.
Whoa. Who are they going to give that one to? It's going to stay with Hanover. Collision out at midcourt. There's 2:31 left here in the first quarter. 16-7 the Squirettes lead. And let's see, Wilderson's going to come back in the game, and they're going to take Alanis Perez-Beltran out. And they're going to bring Riley Steigler up the court with the ball. And she's being guarded by Hughes.
Delone jumps out, traps the ball.
It's going to be a jump. It's going to stay with the Hawks.
Yeah.
And here comes Schwartz and Bachman back in, giving Ella Hughes and Reese Meckley a break.
Well, Delone's doubling the ball out front, Tony, and the other girls are jumping into the passing lanes.
Yeah. It's all off a man-to-man, too. It's not off a zone.
Yeah.
.14's in there for Hanover now. Stella Rice also. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Caitlin Schwartz, and will stay here with Hanover.
Yeah, I like the idea, though. Peyton Conover taking that ball hard to the hole, trying to get a shot off.
Let's see who's coming back in the game. Diaz is coming back in the game for Peyton Conover. And they're taking number 14 out, Stella Rice. And brought in, try to get that number there. Taken away now by Bachman. She's on the run. Gives it to Jacoby. Jacoby stops and pops a little one, not there. Ball knocked away. Lauren Noblock has it. Jacoby's going to take a three. That's not there, but that ball's rebounded nicely by Schuschler. Bachman. Delone having trouble getting the ball in the hole. They're getting decent looks. Jacoby sets it up out front again. Bachman.
First the ball.
Nice ball movement there. And Bachman's going to take a three. Not there.
Getting the shots.
Rebounded by the littlest girl on the court, Harris Diaz. She gives it to Riley Stigler, and here comes the Hawkettes. Wilson has the ball. Nice pass inside. But she can't get the shot off. Too far under the basket was number 22, Morgan Roberts, that time. Caitlin Schwartz hard to the basket. She's fouled. They're either going to get Steigler or 31. I'm not sure. That's Hanover's second foul.
Well, no hesitation by Caitlin Schwartz taking that ball right to the hole there, Tony.
Nope, they called it on Wogman also, or Wilderson. I want to say Wogman. Her name's Wilderson. Caitlin Schwartz will shoot two.
That's her first. Wilderson's first.
Yep. First shot's up, and it's good. And Jerry told me before the game he's a little concerned about Delone's three-point shooting. They need a little more. Jacoby's going to get a little bit of a rest, and Meckley comes back in the game. Schwartz will shoot another. Her second shot, she got them both. That's 6 points in the night for her so far.
Yeah,
and Hanover brings the ball up the court.
Good looking form there at the foul line there, Tony, on those foul shots.
Over to Steiger out front. They're covering her pretty good. She wants to get that shot off, but she can't get it. And to Wilderson. Wilderson spins, goes to the basket. Nothing there. Now she's caught on the baseline, taken away by nice pass to Meckley, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Hanover just not getting back, Tony.
That was a great pass by Brielle Bachman. She made the play on the defensive end and looked ahead unselfishly and gave it up.
Yep.
Rice down. No, that's not Rice. That's Diaz. Bachman has it again.
Here's Delone out in front again.
Gives it to Caitlin Schwartz. She lays it up and in.
Yeah.
8 points for Schwartz. A long shot at the buzzer. Oh! Riley Stegler almost hit a 75-footer at the buzzer. So right now it's 22 Delone, 7 Hanover. Let's see for the scoring here. Reese Meckley with 2. Ella Hughes with 4. Megan Jacoby with 5. Josie Schuschler with 1. Brielle Bachman with 2. And Caitlin Schwartz with 8. And if I did my math right, that's a total of 22.
Well, for Hanover, Tony, Riley Stegler hit that 3 early, and then Leah Wilderson had 2 buckets early for 4 points for a total of 7. You can see Delone's just covering too much of the court too quickly and beating Hanover back on the defensive end. Okay, Hanover's not getting back.
Hanover handled the pressure pretty well early, but it's a cumulative effect. It's got to them now. And Delone, you know,
had a couple of looks there breaking the press, but couldn't finish the shot.
Yeah, couldn't finish the shot. And so foul-wise, it's one on Alanis Perez-Beltran and one on Leah Wilderson. For Delone, Reese Meckley has one and Caitlin Schwartz has one. And now the fouls start all over again, team fouls, as we go to the second quarter. Let's see who Delone has out there. They have their original starting 5 out there, and it's their ball. So Bachman will trigger it in here to Jacoby, and Hanover goes back, packing their 2-3 zone back. Hanover has their starters out there, 2 Diaz and Peyton Conover out front. Jacoby's going to take a 3 off the rim, no good. Bachman gets the rebound, gets it back to Jacoby. To Bachman, she takes a 3. That rims out, and good. Hanover gets the rebound. Perez-Beltran brings the ball up the court, guarded by Jacoby.
Should note here, Tony, they took Stagler out for a little bit of a rest.
A long jumper by number 2, not there. That's going to stay with the Hawks, I think.
Yeah, I like the shot, though. She had the open look.
That's Diaz's second shot. She's not afraid to put it up there either.
Yeah.
But Steiger didn't stay out long.
No, she can't. She can't.
She's coming back in the game. In fact, she'll trigger the ball in here to Diaz. Conover can't handle it, but she picks it up again.
Conover is quick of foot, isn't she, Tony?
Yeah. Over to Diaz. She spins. She's being guarded really close by Meckley. Steiger has it. A long 3. Boom. That's NBA.
Yeah.
Give her 3 to make it 22-10.
Like I said, Tony, I don't think she knows she's ever seen a 3 she doesn't like.
No. Hanover again extends a little bit. Oh, Meckley had a peep shot and won't go down for her. Steiger has it again. I better pick her up right now. Shot by
Beltran.
Perez-Beltran rimmed out.
Good looking form, good looking shot, just didn't go
Delone's
down.
on a run here. Jacoby has it out front against this 2-3 zone. Caitlin thought she got fouled, but no call. Conover for 3. Not there. Rebounded again by Bachman. She has a few rebounds tonight here. Jacoby stops out front. Back to Bachman, and they're going to set it up out front. Delone playing a 2 in a post here. Jacoby drives, gives it up to Bachman. Cross court. Meckley gets it back and lays it in. And Conover will bring it up. It's 24-10 Delone with 5:35 left here in the second quarter. Here on Future Squires night for the girls. Conover's in a little bit of trouble here. We got a jump ball, and it's going to go over to Hanover.
Yeah, they've run and jumped, Tony. Double team that ball out front like that and then get into the passing lanes.
And here comes Schussler and Noblock back in the game for Schwartz and Bachman.
And that defense and the depth of Delone just wears on you.
Yeah, and actually Zach Carrick's trying to keep it up. He's rotating his players in too, but
yeah.
Perez-Beltran has the ball out front. She's going to take over at point here a little bit. Oh, nice pass. Roberts had it but lost it out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Squirettes.
Yeah, Roberts just needed to be able to pull that ball in. That was a good pass.
Jacoby going to bring the ball up. Passes to Meckley. Oh, she has it taken away by Steigler. And Steigler brings it up the court, and she'll go end-to-end with it. Wow, now that's a long 3. That was a little too far. Conover has it now. Steigler has it again. She's pretty adept with her left hand, too.
Yeah.
She gets it back to Beltran. A long 3, not there. Conover, though, runs it down. Diaz has it. Noblock takes it away from her, but they're going to call a jump before she got it, so Delone will take over.
Well, at one point, Stagler had 3 Delone defenders chasing her.
Yeah. I know she likes a deep 3, but that one she just took, that was a long 3.
Yeah, it was. Hanover trying to pressure. Delone throws over top of it.
Taken away.
Good hustle.
Delone takes it back.
Good hustle by Beltran.
Well, nobody came to get the ball, and Beltran had to throw it wildly, and it got picked off by Delone.
Yeah.
Jacoby to Meckley. Hughes back to Meckley to Jacoby. Jacoby's going to try another 3. Oh, rim's out. Beltran's got it.
Beltran, she does a good job running those rebounds down, Tony.
To Conover. Conover drives the lane. Got it.
Good job by Conover taking that ball to the hole.
Nice pass by Riley Stegler there also to get her open.
Yes, it was.
Delone's having not a lot of trouble with his zone, but Jerry's a little concerned about the 3-point shooting. And we only have 1 so far tonight. Kobe goes to the basket, and she's fouled on the floor, and I think they're going to call that on Riley Stegler, I think.
Yeah, that's not a shooting foul, Tony.
No, she was on the floor, but I think they got Stegler for it. Let's see if they put it up there. Oh, they called 22. Morgan Roberts got that foul. So Delone will take it out under the basket. Bachman going to take a 3 now. No, that's short.
Well,
Conover has it. Oh, she breaks the double team, and here she comes.
Yeah, split it. She just split it.
Conover gets it back. Ball's kicked out of bounds by Bachman, and wants to hit somebody pretty good there.
Tony, I think Hanover's quite content to let Delone shoot for 3-point shot and
yeah.
keep that ball out of the lane.
Well, Delone, I mean, the only post player that Caitlin Schwartz, and she's not in right now.
Yeah,
they're not really a super tall team to start with. Steiger, oh, she thought about it. She thought about it, George.
Yeah. She
takes it now. She's in trouble in the corner there, and the ball's going to be tied up. And it's going to stay with the Hawks. She's a feisty little one, isn't she?
Yep.
Things going to look like Caitlin Schwartz is going to come back in the game. And Ella Hughes is going to take a seat for a while.
Good look, good shot, just didn't go down. And here comes Delone on the break, Tony,
yep.
2-on-1.
Bachman to the hole, nice play. Great play there by number 4, Linus Perez Beltran, stripping that ball away.
I'm impressed with Beltran's ability to cover the floor, Tony. She's quick and she's strong.
And they're going to keep it here at Delone, and it's lucky that didn't go off Delone on the nice swat away there by Beltran. Jacoby's going to try another 3. That one bounces around, not in either.
Pretty good.
Hanover on the move. Perez Beltran has it.
A little bit better pass, Tony, would have worked there. A little bit better pass.
You got 5'2" Claire out there, and it was just a little bit over her head.
Yeah.
You know, they're not playing bad. Kerry has to be happy with the way this team's playing tonight.
You know, Tony, I like the fact that he's got this 2-1-2 press and timeout.
Now, who called that?
I think it was Hanover, I think. We'll have to see.
I'm going to give it to Hanover here. That's our second timeout. So it's 24-12. Delone has only got 2 points in this quarter, George.
Yeah.
I mean, Hanover has 5, but Delone only has 2.
Well, I don't think Hanover's going to do anything differently, Tony. They're going to stay in that 2-3 zone and let Delone shoot the 3 points, and they're going to have to show they can knock some of those shots down. And you and I talked before the game. Coach Eckenrode would like to see a little bit more improvement with the 3-point shooting.
Yeah, and they're only like 1 for 8. I think they got 8 shots out of it, but
got good looks, taking good shots.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the looks, but Delone is doing a little more in transition than what Hanover is, and that's why the score is 24-12. Bachman to Schwartz. She stops, gets it over to Jacoby. Jacoby sets it up. Schwartz is in the post. Strickler's in the low post, and they switch now. Bachman drives, nothing there. Good defense. Gets it into Caitlin Schwartz, but it's too far, but she saves it. Knobloch picks it up. Nice save by Laura. She's going to take a three now. That's not there. Rebounded by Steigler. And here come the Hawkettes up the court. Long pass to number 20. That's Mackenzie Martin.
Good rotation.
Hanover for three. That's not there. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to go to Delone with 1:47 left. Coach Eckenrode. And they're going to take Jacoby out, so that means Laura Knobloch's going to have to go to point here, or Bachman, one of them.
Tony, Conover, Beltran, and Martin are really covering the floor very well defensively for Hanover. They're moving very well.
Schuschler gets it back to Knobloch. Inside. Meckley turns, throws it up there, not there. Schuschler with a nice rebound. Gets it to Bachman. Bachman's going to take a three. That's all. Rebounded by Josie Schuschler. She takes it up, but has it blocked by Steigler.
Great
and
block,
Steigler
yeah.
brings it back up the court. Taken away by Caitlin Schwartz. She's going right to the hole. And she lays it up and in. 10 points tonight for Schwartz. And Delone builds another 14-point lead with 1 minute exactly left here before halftime. At halftime, we'll turn it back over to Danny. Right, Danny? And she'll bring you up what's happening here at Delone.
Just double teamed out front against that height.
Schwartz again takes it to the hole. Oh, and she hits the floor hard.
Yep, good sportsmanship there, helping her up.
And she's going to shoot two, and that foul's on number 4, Perez Beltran. That's her second, team second in the second quarter here.
Yeah.
And Schwartz will go to the line. She already has 10 points. She's far and away the leading scorer here.
When Delone jumps out of that man-to-man and doubles that ball up front, Hanover has to be alert to that and get the ball out of that point guard's hands. That height is giving them trouble. They can't pass over top of it.
Schwartz, who has 2 for 2 from the foul line. I just jinxed her. She missed her first one. Hanover sending in Stella Rice and number 2, Diaz. Perez Beltran's going out, and number 20 also went out, Mackenzie Martin. One more for Caitlin Schwartz. And she got that one to roll in. 27-12, and here comes the Hawkettes up the court. Diaz has the ball to Riley Steigler. Stella Rice has it now, taken away by Meckley. Nice pass across court to Bachman. She lays it up and it's not there. And finally Meckley gets it to go on about the third shot.
Too much height inside there, Tony.
Yes. Peyton Conover brings it up the court. Nice pass inside to Wilson.
Good pass.
Yeah, not there though. 14 had a decent look at it. Rice had a look at it. Nice pass across, but a little wild. She should have gave that up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Giving Bachman enough time to get to the hole, but.
Yeah, you'd like to see Delone finish that off properly there. Just a little bit better pass would have done the trick.
And that's going to be the end of the
first half.
5 points in that quarter for Hanover, and only 7 for Delone. And it's 29-12 at half. Scoring, Reese Meckley has 6 now. Still 4 for Hughes. Let's see, 5 for Megan Jacoby, 1 for Josie Schuschler, 2 for Bachman, 11 for Caitlin Schwartz for a total of 29. And we'll be back after Danny takes us. It's going to be a 15-minute half here as there's some activities going on for the kids. So we're going to go ahead and give it to Danny. Danny, we'll be back about 2 minutes. With 2 minutes.
Above all else, our community supports each other.
If you come here and you put the right foot forward and you have the motivation, you'll succeed. And when you come out of here, you'll be ready to succeed at the next level.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
Every day is open house. We welcome you to come by and to learn more about us.
We wound up as a Delone family because we were looking for something different for our second child, our son. He needed a little more structure, a little more accountability. He was pretty charming and could get out of a lot of things. He needed a place that was going to really make him do his very best in every aspect, and he couldn't slide by. At Christmas time, my husband and I were walking around the mall trying to figure out what we were going to do for his education. And we said, we just wish we had a sign for what we were supposed to do. And we rounded the corner and there was a big, humongous advertisement for Delone right there in the middle of the mall. And so we said, that must be the sign.
I like how welcoming everyone is and how...
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. This is Danny Smith. We unfortunately are going to be looking at the back of the young ladies who are out there cheering. So I want to make sure that, I apologize, I'll be talking over them. I'll try and make sure that you can hear them through some of their cheering. But we do want to make sure we get our announcements in. It's so great to see the girls out here for the schools. St. Joe's, St. Teresa's, and I think St. Francis Xavier is out here as well. I am going to have to turn off the camera mic though, because I don't want us to get copyright infringement. So I apologize about that. So since I'm turning off the sound, I am going to talk and give you some of the announcements coming up. Because again, like I said, we don't want to end up with a copyright infringement. 1 second here while I getting some things together. All right. So, do want to let you know about the upcoming live streams, January 23rd, the boys varsity game. On Saturday, January 27th, I believe we have the New Oxford boys and girls varsity. And then January 3rd is we have the girls varsity basketball coming up. We do want to make sure that we thank our Squire Guild members. We have Conawago Contractors. We have Pro Forma Graphic Concepts. We also have GNS Foods, Trummer Family Dentistry, Doug Ligor Media, Hockstead Enterprises Incorporated, and the Hanover Auto Team is joining us as our Squire Guild members. So thank you to all of those who have joined the Squire Guild to help support our students here. And if you're interested for your business, they can reach out. Matthew Thomas, his email is on the screen. You can also use the QR code to reach out. We do want to let you know that you still have the opportunity to support Mr. Meyer. So if you want to use the QR code or go to the website that is listed on the screen, you can also, I believe, get information on the Delone website that if you'd like to make a donation or help out Mr. Meyer. For those of you who may not know, he has been a long time Squire. His heart has been here. He's one of the valued members of the maintenance team, and he is battling bladder cancer. So we wish him well, and our prayers are with him. But if you'd like to support him, please do that. You can have the information on the website. If you are interested in taking a tour, Shadow Day, this QR code will take you to, I got to remove that one thing. There you go. The QR code now will take you to the Delone Catholic High School page where you can schedule your Shadow Day or your tour. Kids are running past on the screen. They're doing some Little Squire relay events. So when you see the kids running by, that's what's going on there. But it's a great opportunity for you to get a chance to experience a day in the life of a Delone student. Or if you would like to come through and just take a tour instead of Shadow Day, the team certainly can help you to make those arrangements. We have a blood drive coming up on February 6th. It's from 9 to 2:30. You can schedule your donation time. If you're interested in donating, please make sure you reach out to go to redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment, or you can go to email to cbrown@delonecatholic.org. So you reach out to Dr. Carmen Brown. She can give you information. But that again is February 6th from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So that is going to be sponsored by the class of 2024. So if you want to give some blood and help out your community. We also have the annual Hall of Honor introduction class coming up, the 2024 class. We will be celebrating Susan Staub Arago. She's class of 81. Ann Kerr, she has been a teacher in our school system for quite some time. She's still here as a substitute teacher. Dave Lawrence, class of 69. Stephanie Matthias, class of 73. John Jack Miller, class of 65. So there's a lot of information going on about that, but I do want to say that if you haven't been to one of our Hall of Honor events, please consider reaching out. You can go to DeloneCatholic.org to purchase a ticket online, but it is such a great community event celebrating people and all that they've given. And this year, the Hall of Honor is being sponsored by Thrivent, so they will be here. They've been very generous. I have met with one of the Thrivent representatives, Molly Bruce, and Shannon Storch, who is a parent of a student here, the class of 27. But I have actually met with Molly several times over in Britain or different, had conversations with her. And it's a great organization that is partnering with Delone. So if you're interested in looking for some, financial advice or budgeting advice or different insurance information, you can certainly reach out to Molly or Shannon through Thrivent and the information for that. They'll be here at the Hall of Honor event. Let me see what else we have to talk about. Oh, of course, our website, and the mobile app. Those are the hubs of information. You can find out what's going on, upcoming events, some of the events we talked about on the My DCHS app, which you can find on the Apple App Store or Google Play if you have an Android device. But if you're not interested in going on your phone, through the app, go to the website. Under the news section is where you're going to find everything that I talk about. Certainly you can check out our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, the different hubs. I think there might have been a TikTok, I'm not sure. But Delone's really trying to reach out to people on all levels. So the My DCHS app has been the newest addition to that information hub. Looking to see what else we might have coming up here. We absolutely always are interested in volunteers. So if you want to help with setup and teardown or camera or on-air commentary for the different sports, we always are interested in people who are willing to fill in as substitutes. We have I think we might have one more wrestling match coming up if you're interested in February. We'll get those dates up a little later in January. But yeah, we have a lot going on here. And again, everything that I'm talking about, you can find on the website. You can find on the app. You can find on social media. So we really appreciate everybody tuning in and hope you're enjoying our live stream broadcast. So I'm getting ready to turn this back over to the gentlemen. So if you're gonna have a little bit of silence, and then we're gonna go back to the guys.
And we're back here at halftime. Delone with a 29-12 lead, about 4.5 minutes before we start the second half. George, the first half, Hanover obviously don't have we're not going to try to fool anybody here, they don't have the talent Delone has, but I thought they, did quite well there.
They played really hard, Tony. You and I talked here while we were off the air how hard the girls are playing. But what's really impacted this game, in my opinion, has been Delone's pressure on the ball when they double team it out front and they get the turnovers, okay? Hanover is struggling to handle that. When they did break the press, and they did a good job breaking the press several times, they needed to finish those shots, and they weren't able to do it. Defensively, what Hanover's done real well is kept Delone, for the most part, on the perimeter, okay? And they've done a good job there. And I don't think we're going to see anything different. They're going to sit in that 2-3 zone and make Delone make some shots.
No, Delone had 1 3, and I would say 10 attempts at the three-point try. At least 10. We don't have a statistician here. We try to do this ourselves. We get the points and stuff like that, but and the fouls, but I know they shot at least 10 times. And Jerry expressed before the game that we need to step up if we want to go far, in the other games that we play. When the competition gets a little tougher, they're going to have to start knocking down more threes.
Yep, absolutely, I agree.
Especially if teams are going to come out in a 2-3, 1-2-1-2, or 1-3-1 zone against them.
Now, Delone got good shots. They're taking good shots.
I don't know one forced three they took. They were all good looks and all, because of the ball movement, they rotated the ball well around the zone and got the shots. They just didn't put them in.
And I like the fact of how Delone shares the ball on the break. A lot of nice interior passing to finish the ball when they got the turnovers.
And I'll tell you another thing, Hanover, I think, is rebounding the ball quite well. Now, we don't have the rebound total, but I mean, they're not being out-rebounded by a lot, you wouldn't think.
Well, I'm impressed with the play with Conover. She's a senior. She's a spark plug, number 3. Beltran has been all over the floor running balls down. And Riley Stigler, you can see that she's a ball player. Although Delone's kept her under control, she's got good court awareness, and she'll pull the trigger anytime she can.
Yeah, and they were in her face for most of they had LAUs on her for a long while, and she's the best defender out there for the Squirettes. So let's see, the ball is going to be going over to Delone here to start the second half. Once again, we're on next Wednesday night for a big game, Delone boys against Littlestown. That's the weather permitting. I guess we're going to get some snow Tuesday. But Wednesday night we have the big Delone Littlestown, and then the following Tuesday, York Catholic comes to town, and Delone's going to have to win some of those games to secure, their place in the district playoffs.
Yeah.
And then, the 27th, we got the big Hanover-Delone doubleheader, where the girls will play at 6. We'll have the ceremony for the championship teams and honoring Coach Eckenrode between games. Also, Kira Sloniker's big night for fundraiser for juvenile arthritis takes place that night. The green shirts, I already got mine, so we'll be donning them that night, and that'll be a big night here. We expect an overflow crowd for that, and so DCBN will have all that. They also have all the ceremonies there that Eric Lawrence, I think, is going to be emceeing that night.
Well, we're getting into the meat of the schedule for the boys and the girls, and the games are getting bigger and much more important, and you and I are certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, we got, and I also have a wrestling match in there, senior night wrestling match, the 1st of February, and then we close out DCBN's regular season with the Hanover-Delone basketball, the boys basketball game, which is, they're playing in at Hanover night. I guess the JV game is probably just about done in there.
Yeah. Tony, want to do a quick shout out here for Jack Greenholt down in McSherrystown. He listens into the Delone Squirette games and enjoys the broadcast. He can't get to the games, he enjoys it. And Jack, just want to say hi to you and hope you're doing well.
Yeah, same with Marty Clunk down in Virginia. We hope he's doing well. He listens to our games, and if you know any of our text numbers, give us a text. We'll give you a shout out. 29-12, Delone getting ready to take the court here, and let's see who Jerry starts. I think they're going to just start the starting 5, as Hanover is also. Their starters are out there: Diaz, Conover, Roberts, Steigler, and Wilderson.
Well, Conover has 2, Steigler has 6, Wilderson has 4, as Hanover sitting on 12 points.
Jacoby takes the ball out front, and it's still a 2-3 zone. You're right, George. They're not going to change it, and ball's taken away right away. Quick hands by Diaz. Steigler has it out front. Conover. They're going in a weave now. Wilderson gives it back to Diaz. Wilderson going to the basket, tries to lay it up, not there, but she's going to keep it as the ball was knocked out of bounds by, I think, Reese Meckley.
Well, LAU's, Tony, one of the taller girls on the Delone team, is really shadowing Stigler everywhere she goes. That height, I think, is bothering her a little bit.
Conover has it top of the key, over to Diaz. Diaz loses control but gets it back. Now she faces a double team and the ball's taken away by Reese Meckley. Oh, nice hustle by Conover.
Yeah,
and she knocks it out of bounds.
There's that hustle, Tony. She's a spark plug. She's got great hustle, good foot speed. Hanover calling a timeout
yeah,
here,
Conover
Tony.
calls a timeout. Zach Carrick calls a timeout real quick.
Really got to be careful picking that ball up out front and not having an outlet. People have to come to the ball, Tony. Delone's doubling that ball. Hanover's been struggling with that all night.
Well, we're 39 seconds into the second half here, and Delone had the ball taken away from him and then had ball knocked away from him down at that end. So there's no quitting this Hanover team.
Conover did a good job running that down, didn't
yes,
she?
She did. Like I said, there's no quit. They're going to give you all they got. Jacoby's going to bring it in. Delone in a box set around the key. Schwartz has it. Jacoby setting up for a three, but not there. They're going to start it all over again. Meckley into Schwartz. Back to Jacoby for three. And that rims out again.
Fight for the ball.
Bachman gets it. What do we got? We got a call here somewhere. A foul on somebody. Wagman, maybe? First foul for Hanover. Yes, no, number 3. Peyton Conover got the foul. Jacoby's going to take another 3. Not there again. Ball's taken away. Jacoby drives. Gets it across to Bachman. She shoots from 15. That's not there. Caitlin Schwartz is going to be tied up, and that's going to go over to the Hawkettes. Delone having trouble getting the ball through the hoop here.
Well, Hanover doesn't venture too far away from that lane, Tony, with their defense. They're not extending themselves. Again, they're forcing Delone to hit that outside shot.
And Coach Eckenrode has taken the press off. They're picking up at half court here now. Still in a double team. Tiger gets a nice steal by Schwartz, and she gives it to Bachman all alone, and Bachman goes in and lays it in.
Yep.
Riley Stigler brings it up the court. And you're right, LAU's is all over her.
Yep. And here comes the double in the corner, right there.
We're going to stay with the Hawks.
Yeah, she's got to get that ball out of her hands a little bit.
And we're going to bring Perez Beltran back in the game. And let's see who goes out. They're going to take Morgan Roberts out.
Oh.
Ball taken away by Burrell Bachman on she lays it up with her left hand and puts it through.
Yeah.
2 in a row for Bachman. Delone 21-point lead now. Over to Diaz. Conover.
Kicks it back out.
Long 3, got it. That was number 2, right? Aris Diaz. And another timeout by Carrick.
Good penetration down low, Tony, and then kicking it back out for the open 3. Nice motion, good offense. Tony, Delone scoring is coming from these turnovers. Jerry's got to be a little bit of concern that
the offensive sets aren't producing points.
No, they're not.
You're right.
Yeah. And again, good shots. All good shots. Nobody's forcing anything. When Delone doubles that ball, Tony, when they trap that ball, people have to come to give some relief. Okay.
I'm sure Zach's telling them that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they can't stand. They can't stand. They come to the ball. Here's the 2-1-2 again.
Yeah, and they're extending it. Bachman has it out front. Meckley's going to shoot a 3. And there's finally one that breaks open the seal there. Meckley with a 3. She has 9 on the night. Hanover brings it up the court to Diaz. Oh, nice pass inside. Lays it up. Not there.
Just couldn't finish it. Great.
Schwartz
great
gets
look.
the rebound. Almost has it taken away.
Yeah.
Bachman brings it back up, settles things down. They're going to bring it to Jacoby out front. 2 girls waiting to come in for the Squirettes. Delone just not penetrating that zone. Bachman's going to take a 3 now, and she hits it.
Yep.
She has 7 points this quarter for a total of 9. Delone widening their lead to 23 now. And it's tough picking that ball up where she picked it up.
Yep.
Meckley going to the hole, lays it up and in.
Probably fouled there, no call.
Meckley now has 11. And Delone stretching out. Hanover going to the nice pass. Back out to Diaz. Diaz ball was tipped. Wilderson picked it up. Nobody there. Ball is thrown out of bounds.
Yep.
And that's going to lay Knobloch and Schuschler into the game. Caitlin Schwartz is going to take a seat, and so is Brielle Bachman.
Yeah, one thing we're seeing tonight from Coach Eckenrode is Ella Hughes is out on the point, Tony, pressuring the ball with that height. Certainly giving Hanover a lot of trouble.
Well, I
think
she's guarding the best player.
Yeah.
I think that's Ella's. Oh, we got a little bit of trouble there. No, Knobloch tried to get it inside, but too many hands by Hanover there. Steigler was one of them, knocked it away.
Yeah, Beltran was the other, Tony.
All right, Knobloch gives it back to Jacoby at the top of the key. Knobloch, Hughes in the corner. Schuschler's playing the post, but they can't really get it into her. Yep. There they try, and the ball's knocked away, and she has to bring it out. Hanover comes away with it to the basket. It's going to stay with Hanover. She lost her footing there, and the ball went off the foot of Laura Knobloch.
Yeah.
So Steiger's going to throw it in here. And what they try to do in this inbounds is try to get it back to her. She takes an 18-footer, not there. That's her first shot, not the three-point land. Meckley out front to Jacoby. Laura Knobloch for 3, and she knocks it home.
Yeah, no hesitation there. Good, nice, good, smooth release. Good
and that, now that's 3 in a row they hit, so.
Yeah, good to see some of these threes going down.
It looks like they're going to bring back in, 2 more points and we go to the mercy roll here, so. Ball's tied up, going to go over to Delone with 2:40 left. And I'm sure once the mercy roll hits, a lot of them other girls are going to be coming in for the Squirettes. Delone up by 28-43-15 here with 2:40 left. And they're 3 for 5 here for three-point land here in the second half. Oh, nice pass inside to Caitlin Schwartz, and she lays it home.
Good awareness, Tony.
13 for Schwartz, and that's now a 30-point lead. Yeah, and Carrick said, we get 2 good quarters, we can't get 4 good quarters. Ball's going over to Delone. And yeah, the clock's running now, George, so it's not gonna.
It's a running clock now.
Running clock, yeah, for the rest of the game, no matter if Hanover closes the lead or not.
And I see Coach Eckenrode looking down his bench, talking to some of his reserves, trying to get organized.
Jacoby has it out front. Nice pass inside to Schuschler. Back to Jacoby. She drives, pops from 15, and got that one.
She can shoot off the dribble, Tony. That's part of her game. That looked really smooth and fluid.
7 for her tonight.
Nice looking shot.
18-point quarter so far for Delone. Taken away by Bachman. Oh, nice pass, unselfish pass to Jacoby, and she lays it home.
Yep.
And I'm sure the fourth quarter is going to be the other 5 girls, I would think. Steigler stopped her dribble, and we're going to get a foul on Jacoby.
Yeah.
That's the first foul on Delone here in the second half. Jacoby's first. Clock keeps running on these things. The only time it stops is shooting fouls or a timeout. Wilderson coming back into the game. Roberts going out. Perez Beltran. Inside to Wilderson. Looking for somebody to cut. Nobody does. Ball's kicked away by Brielle Bachman's going to stay with the Hawks. And we're almost done the quarter here now. .25 seconds left. Beltran has it out front. Throws it inside. Oh, nice. Just couldn't get it to go.
Good gather there, Tony. Good catch.
Bachman coming down. Stops, pops, not there. Taken away by Delone into Caitlin Schwartz, and she lays it home. She has 15 in the night. And that's the end of the quarter. Delone with a big quarter there, 22-point quarter. Hanover with a 3-point quarter to make it 15-51. And let's run down the scoring real quick here. Reese Meckley now has 11. LOU still has 4. 3 points for Lauren Knobloch. 9 points for Megan Jacoby. 1 point for Josie Schuschler. 9 points for Brielle Bachman. And 15 for Caitlin Schwartz.
Well, Peyton Conover had the only score in the third quarter for the Hawkettes. She had a 3 for. She's got a total of 5 for the game. Stigler has 6, and Wilderson has 4 for a total of 15.
So we got one more quarter left, and let's see. Delone is going to send out their starters here, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to. He's going to be subbing liberally here. Well, actually, 2 of the starters aren't in. He has he has Josie Schuschler still in the game. 51-15. Clock will run. And you know, it's amazing, these coaches, you know, Jerry said he's having trouble with the 3. Zach Carrick told me from Hanover, they get 2 good quarters, but he can't get 4.
Yeah.
Hughes to Schwartz, drives the lane, lays it up, she's fouled. That's going to be a shooting foul, so that'll stop the clock. First foul in the quarter for Hanover.
Well, the clock's still running.
It will when they report it.
There it stops.
Yeah, it stops when the report comes in. Now, who had that foul for Hanover? 31, and that's Wilderson's second. Caitlin Schwartz will shoot 2. First one's up, and she got that. 16 points for Schwartz.
Paige Kress coming in. She's a freshman, number 30 for Hanover.
Yeah, no, everybody for Hanover has played. Second shot for Caitlin. Got them both. 17 in the night for her. Jerry's talking to them other 5, George. Perez drives to the basket, lays it in. Nice,
good,
strong move.
Strong move, Tony.
A little bit of man-to-man press now by the Hawks. Oh, nice play. Laid in nicely by LAU's.
Nice left hand there, Tony, to finish the shot.
55-17. My guess is George will call a timeout and put a long jumper. Not there. Wow. Perez pulled up from like 25. Delone brings it up, and Meckley's playing the point now. Side to Caitlin Schwartz. LAU's is going to take a 3, not there. Ball goes to Brielle Bachman. Ball inside taken away. Diaz has it. Stops. No, that's a bomb. Riley Staker on a bomb.
Good hustle there.
And here comes the rest of Delone girls in, number 33. Let's try to get the Samantha Belmer coming in. Walker, Kane, Brown, and Bosick coming in for Delone.
Okay.
With 6, and the clock running with 6 minutes left. 55-17.
This would be really the composite of the JV squad for Delone.
More than likely the starters. Brown with the ball. I'm going to take a minute here to get these over to Sophie. And we got a foul on number 3, I think.
Yeah, Lily Kane was fouled there. Delone will inbound.
Did they call it on 3? Was it Kano who did the fouling? I think so. I mean, if she didn't report the foul yet, so somebody has to report the foul. And here we go. Delone will bring it in. Clock running. Into Kane. Kane lays it up. Not there.
Yeah, I'd like to see her use her left hand there, Tony.
Yeah. Conover brings it down. She's going to go to the basket. Oh, she's blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul on number 4. Kaylee Brown, her first. Team's first here in the 4th quarter. And Conover will shoot 2.
Coach Ackenrode's talking to her about that shot that she took. He's talking about that left hand, I'm sure.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they set it up for her to shoot the shot.
Yep.
Conover misses the first one.
Kane will go down low there.
So these girls are getting time towards their varsity letter. Another shot, and Conover makes that one to make it 55-18. Brown has it. Going to the basket. Not there. Rebounded by, let's see who got that. Number 4. And the ball's taken away by Hanover. Ball's on the ground. A scrum.
And a jump ball.
Jump ball, and it's going to go over to the Hawks. And let's see who's coming in there. 24. Silva. Silva is coming in. So now everybody from Hanover has played. Everybody from Delone has played. Clock running. 4 minutes left here. Conover bringing it up. Whoa, Conover, we're going to have a foul on number 3. Sophia Walker, her first, team second.
Clock doesn't stop unless it's a shooting foul.
Shooting foul, yep. There's pros and cons of that, but trying to get a screen for Riley Stager to get a shot. Oh, a lot of contact over there, but no call.
Well, you know, that's part of the game with 55-18. These officials aren't going to call anything unless they really have to, and rightly so.
Conover triggers it in. Nice shot by number 24 there. Silva makes a shot, a 2-pointer.
Coming in off the bench and letting it fly, Tony.
Actually, they gave her a 3-pointer on that.
Oh, yeah.
Made it 21. Drive to the basket, not there. Rebounded, laid it up, not there again.
Good rebound inside there by 22.
Yeah, Walker had 2 good shots at it, but
Morgan Roberts pulling that rebound down for Hanover.
That's Walker's second foul, 3rd team foul. And the clock's just dribbling away here. It's 55-21. Conover brings the ball up the court. Double team. Wilderson turns around, can't get it to go, but it's going to stay with the Hawks. I think it is. With 2:15 left. West Town tomorrow at 3:30 at York Road Tech High School. Delone plays. And Delone, you know, they don't lose a lot of defense, do they, George?
No, they don't.
I mean, that's a third foul on her, though. Sophia gets her third foul. Fourth team foul. They shoot the next one. And let's see, Diaz coming back in the game, along with number 14, Stella Rice. Ball stolen by Lily Kane. She's going to the hoop, lays it up with her left hand this time. Oh, don't go. Nice steal by Kane out front.
Yeah, stepped through and did everything right, but the ball didn't go in the hole.
Ball didn't go in the hole, and looks like number 4 is going to shoot some foul shots here. And that is Kelly Brown. Her first shot's up, and she got that. She'll get one more. Brown's second shot, not there. Ball knocked away by Kane. And the ball, can't find it. Kane takes it to the hole. Thought she might have been fouled.
Yeah, they're not going to call anything like that, not at this stage.
Taken away again. And number 4, Kaylee Brown stops him. She has 3 for the night. 45 seconds left. Kane in a rebound, rips it away. She's fouled. She's going to shoot 2. That's the 5th foul on Hanover. And she's shooting 2. Let's see number 30 there, Paige Press, with her second foul. And that puts Hanover at 5 fouls here for the quarter. Whoa, I thought they were shooting a foul. Apparently not, and that's the game. Let's see, 58 for Delone. Hanover had a 6-point quarter for 21. Let's run down the scoring here real quick. Reese Meckley ends the game with 11. 6 points for LIU's, 3 points for Laura Knobloch, 9 points for Megan Jacoby, 1 point for Josie Schuschler, 9 points for Brielle Bachman, 17 points for Caitlin Schwartz, and 3 points here for Kaylee Brown for a total of 58 for Hanover.
Conover was 6 I had, Beltran 2, Stagler had 6, Kress had 3, and Wilson had 4 for a total of 21.
Guys, we're just hitting the meat of our schedule here. Next Wednesday night, the 17th, Delone boys take on Littlestown here. JV game at 6:30, varsity game after that. Tuesday following that, the 23rd, York Catholic comes to town. And then the 27th, the New Oxford doubleheader, which everybody's been waiting for a variety of reasons.
It's only going to keep getting better, Tony.
Keeps getting better as we get to the second half. For Tony Weaver, George Nieder, thank you, Luke. Great job. Danny Smith, as always, doing a great job producing everything here. We're DCBM. We'll be back next Wednesday night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.